All right, we got Ted here today. Ted hasn't come in very often, but he has come in a few times now. I actually met the owners at Keller Farmers Market, and they have a booth out there. So I used to groom her pet back in 2010, a golden retriever named Pudge. This is Ted. This is our This is our third groom. Ted is a golden doodle. His first groom was May 2017, and it is currently September 2018. His second groom was April 20th, 2018. His first groom he came in with, oh my gosh, I was glad it was just only him here. So many fleas. He was basically the last dog I did. I would not let someone else walk in after that many fleas. So today I haven't seen him in about 5 months, and it doesn't look matted. He doesn't look severely matted or anything. I know the hiney kind of does, and it's been raining a lot here in Texas, so he got pretty muddy today, I guess, is what she said, on the feet. I mean, do you blame him? But he's a really, really sweet dog. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is having fleas again. His size, the capacity of fleas is quite a bit, if you can imagine. He can have a lot of, I just remember the amount of fleas we had. So she said, do whatever. She said she doesn't like him totally shaved down, but we got to think about also a few things. For instance, how often he comes in. Hi, Ted. He doesn't like getting on the table. He kind of peed all over the place here to get on the table. He doesn't like to, he always pees, so it's just what it is. Do you have one of those dogs? Some of them just pee no matter what. But he does well for the grooming, okay? Okay. And his urine, his urine is so stout, like it's just like, oh gosh, it's really strong. Hi, Ted. Hi, you're a big dog. I'm glad I gave myself more than an hour, so I don't have to rush, but hopefully we'll be done in an hour. So I'm actually going to go with a 10, let me see here. I have a 40 blade on my clipper, so we're going to start with the feet, it looks like. My back's hurting today. My back hurts today. We'll do the feet first. Still have some urine here. Just get it off the hair there, so it's not like every time I touch them I have to get urine on myself. Can I have you stand up now? Stand up for me. Stand up. Stand up. It's not going to match his height completely, because I could get my hand through there, but it'll assist if he tries to sit down on me. And we'll do the pads first. I got my 40 blade. Thank you. I'm noticing how long his nails are, so I'm going to go ahead and do his nail trim now, which I usually save kind of for last. Kind of see how they're hitting the table here, so we'll try to get some of those. Let me do your fronts first. Can I do your fronts first? Maybe that'll help you out a little bit. I might double check the nails after because there's mud all in them. So after we do the bath, I might double check the nails just to make sure. But if you can't see the vein, like with the mud in the way, don't keep going. Just get what you can and then double check when they're clean. But this will at least help him while he's standing on the table. And every dog's different, so sometimes this is not necessary. But since he's a pretty big dog and he's on the table, I'm just going to go ahead and knock some of this out. I don't really want to do a full, like there's an area back here on his hiney. I don't want to waste time doing a 4 guard if I'm going to have to come back and do a 7 because of the knotted areas like this. This is all matted here. But yeah. Time is of the essence. If you're going to groom dogs in appointments like that, 1-hour appointments, then you have to make decisions based off of that kind of grooming. You run your store how you want to run it. But that's, if I'm doing 1-hour grooming, then you have to look at, there's a lot of things to look at. There's no hand scissoring done here. You're not going to hand scissor, I would never hand scissor an entire dog. That's just the kind of groomer I am. Because the pain that you're going to have when you're 40s and 50s grooming your hand, you're not going to be able to keep going. So you have to pick and choose how you want to run your business and how you want it, what kind of groomer you want to be. You want to do a hand scissoring? Go ahead. That's not going to be what we do here. There's no way. If you're going to do a dog in 1 hour, bath, brush, ears, nails, and the full haircut, there's no way that you can do that. So I'm going to try to do a 4 guard here. If I snag up a lot, we're going to the 7. That's just because of time. Okay, so let's see where we're at. He's a pretty big dog, so forgive me. So that's coming in pretty good. Let me try a 2 guard. We're going to do a 2 guard. I'm kind of testing some stuff here. What's up, man? What's up? Pretty tall, so I'll try to remember to move the camera around for you guys. See, it's definitely matted in there, so we'll work that later. We'll see what we can do to get it blended into the 2 guard. I'm wasting some time here trying to get everything into the trash. Just bring my trash over here in front of me. I can smell you. You're a little dirty. You can smell how dirty you are. We're gonna get you all cleaned up. So 2 guard and 7 I'm gonna blend the feet down since it's been really rainy, and I'm not gonna see him possibly for a while. So I'm gonna come back with my my 7 blade, and just kind of blend a bunch of stuff here, just to the feet, the top of the feet. And I've got to come back to that one area where it's matted on behind it. We'll work that out together in a few. His hair is, if it was curlier, we wouldn't be able to do this. It's not as tight curled as like some of these other pets that have come in on the Golden Doodle Labradoodle mixes. Look at his face. What are you doing? Are you resting on the bar? Here, let me push that over there. You're so silly. Okay, we're gonna come through. Maybe do the 10 blade together here. Change out your 10 blade because it's kind of hot, but it's been under my 2 guard, so it's giving me that buffer to keep going. But if you just got here, I challenge you to go watch our About Me video, and then also, you know, watch some other videos, because a lot of the questions you might be asking I've already answered. If you're about to order your supplies at myfavoritegroomer.com/shop, make sure that you order, or email me first. That's what I recommend doing. Always email me first before your order, so I can send you a list of supplies that you should start off with if you're going to be ordering items. Okay, up. Alright, so before you keep commenting negatively, be sure to understand that if you don't like how I groom, you don't have to be here. And I'm about learning and teaching you guys some things and showing you guys what I do, but if you're upset that I'm always doing the haircuts that I'm doing based off of the need of the dog and stuff, you don't have to be here. Alright, there's a lot of other groomers to watch, so pick and choose your battles. Alright, here we go. Just want to stop and do that because some people are just not nice. They're always watching and then they want to complain about it. Don't watch. There's a show like on, if there's a show on and I don't like it, I flip the channel. I don't go and find who they are and yell at them. There's no time for that. That just tells me a lot about who you are out there. Oh, what's wrong with you? Some of you guys are asking about the armpits. Pay attention, because he's really easy to see how to do the armpits because he's so tall. You can come in this way and shovel this way or backwards. You just want to watch these arm flaps, okay? And you always use your 10 blade in my opinion. You might be able to get away with the 30, but I don't use the 30 very often. Do we sell them? Yeah, I sell them, but some people are just really used to their supplies and they like using the 30, so that's okay. But you'll not see that with me. I don't like using the 30. So just right up in there. Let's do the sanitary together over here. You don't hardly have to hit the skin to get that hair in your clipper. You may have to go front and back, like backwards and forwards, but it's real hot here in Texas, so I'm going to bring that all the way down the tummy line here. Really get in between, all up in here. Hike his leg like he would hike it, out peeing. Nothing abnormal here. I know, that tickles in there. I know, I get it. Watch your face, you might buck. Even in this position, let go and be my nose in there. You don't need to hit the skin and drag your blade all across the skin. Just get the hair, you know? still intact, so be careful back there. I can smell some gas now. Look at his face. Are you gassing it on me, Ted? Okay, switch out your 10 blade as we continue in the area that's kind of sensitive here. So you can see here me, I've switched out at least 3 times now, 3 different 10 blades. So if you're just starting, one of the top blades you're gonna get and you wanna get a few of them is 10. If the blade's getting hot on me to change it and I'm pretty fast and you're just starting, you're definitely gonna be switching out your 10 blade way more than me. I'm gonna come up because there's poop in the way there. There's poop all up in here. Get you all in the personal. There's poop all up in here. Try to get that out here if you want, or make sure that you relay that to the bather, or if you're gonna bathe, you use a towel if you don't want to touch it, but you get all that poop out of there, okay? All right, so now we've got this matted area here. And see how, you know, we didn't have to do the whole body, you know what I'm saying? The whole body wasn't matted, but that area is. So let's see if we can brush it out first. Let the brush do the work for you. This is getting thicker here, so you're gonna get your dematter. Break through that. If you feel like it's jerking too much, you can take your scissors and come in this way. You wanna see the edge of the scissors out. Can you all see that? Yeah, we're doing good. There's a groomer, it's many groomers keep in touch with me, but there's a groomer, David T. What's up, David T? You're out there, you keep texting me and stuff. I appreciate you. He's enjoying his dog upstand. He's from the east side, from East Coast. Thank you for all your text messages, your pictures and stuff. I've been sharing them on our Instagram. It's uplifting seeing other groomers, you know, doing the same thing I'm doing and who know what the heck this is all about. And he is just trying to grow his business out there. Okay, so you want to make sure you're just looking at everything going on. You can hear the knots. Remember, some of these, if you haven't watched these other videos, you're missing out. You got to catch up, because then you'll be like, oh, now I get it. You know, so now we're combable. Yeah, man. If this was the whole body, am I going to do this to whole body? Heck no. This would be so painful to do that whole body, man. If you guys want to do it, by all means, go ahead, but not me. I'm not doing that. If that's a big deal, if mats like this are a big deal, you want to have your dog dematted like that, it should never have gotten matted to begin with. You know what I'm saying? You walk into a groomer, you haven't been, not her, but the whole dog's matted and you're like, can you please save something? No. If you're not doing what you need to do at home to help us save it, don't put it on the dog. You got to start over, and then you get on track together. You, the dog, and the groomer. Can you save all of that? No, we're not saving it. We're not saving it because it wasn't that big of a deal as it was getting matted. So to try to make me believe that it's a big deal now, I'll be like, you didn't care that it was matted, so no, we're not going to save it now. But if you want to save it, this is what you do. You need to brush every day. That's not this client. I'm just talking about, like, you know, other clients, other situations. Some of you guys have asked me about, okay, here's a 2 guard versus a 7 down. Watch what happens. I'm going to do the 7 down on the feet because of just the situation we have here in Texas. It's wet. Look how rugged these are. So switch out your blade. You're coming in with the 7. This is just me, the way I groom. You guys can groom however you want to groom. If you're watching and you don't like it, you know, if you're watching and you love it, great. Okay, so I'm going to come with my 7 here, because I'm going to hand scissor this anyway, right? At the feet here. So then it's going to pick up less dirt until I see him again in 4 or 5 months. That's a long time, you guys. Okay? And then watch what I'm gonna do. This is kind of how you would do a fade. Okay, so I'm gonna go around with my 7 everywhere. This 7 is shorter than this 2 guard. So those of you who think it's the same amount of dimension, it's not. So 7 blade. Pet parents that get this short feet, they usually love it. Not a show dog. A pet parent that has a dog that's a regular dog that goes inside and outside. So this clipper needs oil, and since the dog is dirty, I'm going to do oil now into the blade. But if the coat was clean, I would not be using this blade and oiling it right now. Okay? You know, a little bit higher on this one than my 7. Check this one, looks good. So 7 all the way down on that, and I'm going to go back and get a 10 blade. And your 4 guard, which is usually purple, sometimes it's not, but your 4 guard is going to be your 1/4 inch guard. Okay, so now we're going to take the 4 guard and kind of blend this area right here for you to see it on TV. Brush it all up, and you can kind of tell there's just barely. So you want a 2 guard, 4 guard, 7 blade. Doing great, Ted. Make sure you guys can see that. So isn't that nice? I think that's really nice. It just kind of fades down. Right? Do you see it? It kind of tapers down. Okay. And then I tell you what, when you're doing this for 15, 20 years or more, you realize, wow, that saves so much hand scissoring. So later I'm just going to come edge up these after the bath when it's all nice and clean. I'm going to edge up the feet. Look how much hand scissoring I save. Hand scissoring is really, really hard on your hands. There are some of you, please, if you're out there, you've commented before. I mean, you've stopped your career because you could not hand scissor anymore. Tell me you haven't. So comment below. If you've been grooming a long time and your hand is got so much arthritis in it that you can't hand scissor. A husband had reached out to me and said, Dee Dee, it was the saddest day when I peeled my wife's scissors out of her hand because they were stuck. Like he had to peel those scissors out of her hand. So I learned through professionals that I trained with that use the guard. Have the guard help you, or you're not going to be in this for very long. If I hand scissor this whole dog, some of you guys are like, why don't you hand scissor that dog? I'm not going to hand scissor the dog. You hand scissor the dog. Maybe you'll learn something, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll be 40, 50 years old going, I can't groom anymore because my hand's shot. You know, I'm not going to be that person. I'm going to not want to groom because it's time to move on to the next. Or other things that I couldn't prevent, which is back wearing out. Okay, so you kind of edge that up now, but it's pretty dirty, so we want to do that again later, obviously. Okay, let me check the...
Did that startle you?
Let me check the tail here. This is not one of my favorite pedestals here. You can hear it, and you want to wait till you get smooth, and you don't want to dig too hard. Oh, stand up, buddy. That's the edge of the table, man. tail is so nice, I'm not even going to trim it right now. We'll just wait till the end and see. Well, maybe I should because it's pretty dry. Sometimes we don't get it all the way dry. Just want to make sure if he poops, he's pooping. It's not in the poop. That's kind of what I look at. I don't always look at what it looks like. I look at what I know is going to happen here. If you ever watched a dog poop, you'll know what I mean. Hey, you guys. Those of you guys who love watching, I really appreciate you guys more than you know. Thanks for sharing our world with us. It means a lot to me. Okay. There's some... What's that, Ted? I got that window or that curtain open today for better sunlight because the big dogs seem like they have less sunlight. Less lighting since the table's on this side of the curtain. Got a knot in there. It's not that bad, I don't think, so I'm not going to shave it out. But you could shave it out. Real sensitive part of the ear, so be careful. Don't keep going until it's kind of red. Let the brush do the work for you. What I mean by that is you're not pressuring the brush. You don't put pressure on the brush. You actually let it just slide through the hair. Not push on the skin like that. Don't do that. You don't need to. The brush that I sell has angles, so that's what's really important. Got such a pointy nose, doesn't he? I like this whole shaggy head thing, so I'm going to keep it that way a little bit, I think. So these are my most popular guards that I like to use, which is the 2 guard, 4 guard, and 1 guard. So now I'm going to use my 1 guard. I'm going to go with the hair. That means it's the same direction as the hair. If you haven't paid attention in all the 700 videos I have, I'd really try to turn off my clipper when I'm not using it. Like right here, it's in my hand. Turn it off to keep that blade from getting hotter than it needs to while you're not even doing anything. Okay, here we go. This is still the neck. This could potentially just be the 2 guard, but I'm going to take it in like that. Kind of just see where I'm at with that. And then honestly, gosh, I don't really want to take that off, so let me look at it again. Let's look at it together. His hair is just a little different than most dogs. What's up, Ted? He's a big dog, man. Let me go forward here. I'll leave the scraggly look. You feel me? What do you guys think? I like the scraggly look on him. He just got that shagginess, you know, to him. Brush that all in your way so you know what you need to trim, what you don't need to trim. Come in this way, take that out.
Let me see.
Go inverted V there. This is my 8.5 shear. You need one if you're doing big dogs, especially because the line of the leg is as long as my shear, right? Look at it. Are you out of tension? Such a smart dog. I love the eyelashes, but they cause a lot of watering, so I'm taking them down. There's no request to leave them, but they are pretty. Cause a lot of if you have a lot of eyelashes on your dogs, get them out of there. Causes a lot of sleep leakage and drainage of the eyes. Okay. And then here you can see, Ted, look over here. Thank you. You can see the drainage of his saliva here. I like to take that off. Okay. The same thing over here. You see all that maroon? I'm going to take that out right here. Obviously, if he's wild, you can also use clippers because then it's less possibility of actually nicking his lips. But he's doing really good, and I think, you know, we're fine using scissors. He doesn't want to look at me, but he takes up the whole arm on this table, so it's just really hard to get that groom loop out of it. Come here. Can you look at me here? Look at me here. You want it to kind of match the head a little bit, or the body, the proportionate of the body. Just make up some words here.
Look at your shaggy head. Look at your shaggy head. Yeah.
You feeling here? Feel some stuff.
What's that? What's that?
All right, Dee Dee, quit having fun. We need to go to the bath. And take my one guard and come down here and clean this up a little bit more. So the head's not so full. That's kind of point tipping there to take some out, but keep it jaggy, keep it scraggly looking. All right, we're going to the bath. We'll be back. You want to do a Dee Dee bath?
Yeah, this is a Dee Dee bath. We don't get very much, so y'all lucky today.
I'm already on video?
Yes. Don't be shy now, Dee Dee.
What's that?
Don't be shy now.
I'm not.
Tell them what you're doing, man.
So he rinsed his body just a little bit, get all this shampoo in there. There's not going to be a lot of suds, and that's okay with certain shampoos. Just depends on the shampoo you bought. This is my favorite shampoo. It's the Pet Silk shampoo, and it's so, man, it smells so good. They go home smelling so good. So today I am going to, because his paws are pretty dirty here. am going to conditioner it and brush it out. So it's just got this overflow of just softness. Keep the ears down while you rinse his head. You're so sweet, man. We're trying to finish off the rest of the conditioner so it's really watered down, so I'm just doing a little extra in there. So I like to wash the face and everything when it's by the drain, and then the tail when it's by the drain. I'll do the tail mostly on that end over there. So at this point, now that you got your conditioner in, that's where you're going to do your brush with your water. And not real hard. Just enough to get that conditioner all the way through all the hair. Use two hands and move quickly. You should be able to move pretty fast, you know what I mean? Don't waste time. You don't need to dig either. Now you just want to focus, make sure you get all of it out. Alright, now we're going to turn him around. At least turn him that direction. You may or may not go this way. I might have to. Come on, baby. Scoot over. Let me see. He's such a good dog, though. He's doing so great, Ted. Let's put this one on. I can loop, connect you to the middle loop here. Can you stand up for me, though? Up. Up. It's real lukewarm on your water temperature if you can. Just random stuff in this coat, man. Like random black stuff. Like, what is that, you know? Pay attention. I mean, you guys see me. I'm like, what is this stuff? I'm like constantly looking. Pay attention. You never know what it is. So on this brush, if you haven't been watching my show, I mean, it's damaging. Water damages stuff. It also cleans stuff. Too much water will cause rust, therefore, you know, right? So this brush is a brush that stays in the tub only, like the tub area. And this brush is only used when the dog is getting wet, unless I dire need a brush back here. But designate a brush for water only, and that way you can constantly do your brush and conditioner situation. Make sure all that poop's gone. Remember that? And right now I'm not going to rinse all the shampoo out, or I'm going to be here a very long time rinsing out. It should take longer to rinse a dog than to lather the dog. So you need to make sure you get all the soap out of the coat. Drain the hair as you go. Okay. Keep your cotton balls in a container if you can. One day I had, a few times I had it out there. But if in the tub area, keep it covered up in a container so they all don't get wet. I could already see on the grooming table just by doing the haircut that he didn't have a bad ear, so that's great. So you want to clean them, but they're pretty good. They're looking pretty good. You did great, right? Alright, squeegee here a little bit like this. I try to use one towel per pet if possible. Otherwise, you're going to have long laundry time. Like, who's doing your laundry and how long does it take? You know, are you paying somebody? You know, I mean, just for laundry. So, squeegee dry him. With your hands is fine. Use every inch of the towel. All right, if you need your aprons, smocks, all those good things. If you need a clipper, a dryer, everything you need, I can help you at myfavoritegroomer.com/shop. Okay, here we go. Want to make sure you have your eye gear on. Doesn't matter if they're scratched up, you just need to be able to see drying the dog. It's going to get loud for a minute. David might mute it out, but we'll see. Alright, for me that's good enough. You can see that if you were at a salon, you would, different kind of salon, that's why they keep blow drying. But in the long run, it's definitely irritating, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm sweating. I'm sweating because my hair's in my face. Okay, let me go get him. I'll be right back. So I left his face damp. It might work out to be just fine by the time I get done working with him. But let me just give you a real close up here. So in blow drying, I blew dry up all these mats. You see that? It's not hair, that's mats. Okay? So there's mats in between all his toes. That's from licking and chewing. The color of the mat tells you. It's all maroon. Here we go. So matted in here. Can you do that over there though, please? Okay, here we go. Same thing. So the blow dryer really helped me see that. I blew it out in my way. So that all needs to be shaved out or trimmed out. The other thing I want to take note to is maroon is going to tell me there's some, he's gnawing at this. That tells me that this might be a arthritis area. And then back here, remember those mats? So I could really see the maroon areas are here and here. You could see him chewing here and chewing here. So remember that area that was matted? This is probably why. He was chewing at it a lot. Okay. So note to self, you know what I mean? And tell the owner. Nipping or chewing the area, the rear end is a sign of what? Anal glands. But it's also a sign of just irritation and maybe hip dysplasia. So those are some things to take note. Okay. All right, let's continue finishing the groom. We are almost done. We're going to just wrap everything up, which means we're going to do it all over again. And I'm going to leave the camera there stable. All right. I'm going to do my leave-in conditioner with my favorite bottle. Just a little bit here. Because I am going to shave it, but brush it all this way first. I'm going to come back with my guard anyway.
Let me ask her real quick. Do you want them to add the file?
come back with the 7 now. Actually, we're going to take out those mats first. Actually see a line here. I'll fix it well. Alright, now we're going to come back and do the mats on the feet. Yep. That's it. Good boy. No, that does not feel good. Let me see this one. Good boy. Let me get in there. Let me get in there. Ted, don't get mad at me. Oh, good boy. Give you a second here. Let me see. Let me see. Don't get mad. Don't. Let me see. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. Let me see. Hup, hup, hup. Nope. Come on, buddy. Come on. Stop fighting here. You just let me do it. I can do it. Be done. Let me see. I know it, man. Don't look. Don't look, buddy. Don't look. Don't look, buddy. Here, all done, Ted. All done with that one. One more. How you hold your clippers and the angle you come at. I bet a lot of you did not know this position here to do clean feet. This really, really helps. Just always keep your groom loop tight and don't get bit. In case you startle the dog or hit something. Hit a bump or hit a mole, or you know what I mean? I'm not doing clean feet, but this is a perfect place to do clippers like that when you are. Look how thick some of these mats are. Look at that. All of them chunky. Look at that. This got weeds in there. You feel me? Okay. This is definitely painful. Look at this. Open it up. What is that? What is that? If you're a groomer, make sure you are touching all those places where you can't really see. Go. Get your ear shears. Just gonna kind of go around it here. Just right here, all this straggly stuff. Just take that around there. His hair's still a little damp, but you guys can see the blow dryer. I didn't want to keep pushing it. So, it's okay. Ted, look over here. Get some more of this out before we go. Alright, we're all done here. Gonna finish off with our Rainforest cologne. Do a little bit of leave-in conditioner again, so it stays real silky smooth. It's my favorite bottle, the water one. Alright, we're good to go. Let's sweep you up and get an after picture for Mom. How about that? Nice. All right, let's check our time. How about that? Can we check our time? So 11:22. Her appointment was at 10. And we did a real thorough grooming. Yeah, hi. And he did really good. He's 175 pounds, so whatever he looks like on video is not the same as what he really weighs. And he did really good, so